Hey guys and gals, I have been called to do this in front of you. So I was wondering if today is the day to record a video and make it my first video that I upload on my YouTube channel. I just got the most beautiful reading, and I've been instructed by my father to do this in front of you. So I simply, yeah, they're shuffled and put the cards back randomly. We're good here. Plus, my dad's got me. It's all good. Watch this miracle. So I just asked him, if I do this video today, what's my future gonna look like? What's this path gonna look like for me? And so let's see. Ten of Cups. That was in my last one, which I'll upload that picture. Alright. What else is here? What else is here? That. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I think it's gonna be worth it. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I'm just saying. All I did was ask Source, God, whoever that is to you. To me, it's my dad, the best dad I've ever had. He never lets me down, seriously. Sometimes there's this recognition that he's here and he's doing something, and it's just like my mood changes immediately. No one, nothing else in my life, drugs, sex, love, toxic trauma bonds, none of it brings me the peace that I get in these moments, and all I have to do is ask. That's how amazing his energy is. So don't ever deny that. Just try it. Just try it out. Ask for some peace with this inner turmoil as we are healing, and I know I'm in hermit mode, or I have been for quite some time. I think maybe I'm coming out of it now, which feels really good. Not that my healing is complete, but that I'm solid enough, my foundation is solid enough to handle whatever this next step is. And that's what these cards are saying. You don't have to be a tarot reader to know that these are fabulous cards. Because I don't really call myself one. I'm just a novice playing around. Alright, King of Cups. And that could be the energy that I'm sitting in right now. I feel like that's possible. Then we have the Emperor, right? What? And the card on top, Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment card, like right here. Wish fulfillment card. Like, what in the hell is this? Okay. Ten of Pentacles. I mean, we've got the Ten of Cups out here. We've got Ten of Pentacles. I'm not taking that one. Alright. Alright, I'll take it. Five of Swords. Alright. So there's someone here in the forefront, right, who's super confused, left out in the cold. Headaches, maybe, quite possibly going through an upgrade here. Or maybe this is a tower moment leading to some sort of clarity in life, which is great. But this person in the background, do you see how beautiful that is? Do you see? This person, I feel like, you know, some people might tell you they've done spell work or just some negative shit your way, or been narcissistic, or in some way taken from your life. Look at this. What do people keep saying? Messages keep saying? You're gonna get it back. Times 10, times 50, times 100,000. Look at that powerful energy. Like, yeah. there's some blood, there's some red down here. It's not easy. This process is not easy. That's right. It's happening. Come on. Stop denying it within yourself. It is. It's happening. Let it happen. Be excited about it. There's nothing to fear here. You're not the fool. It's like you got that release. You take this with faith. You have a beginner's mind. You're choosing to follow the middle path. You're choosing to really take a look at yourself and to continuously take a look at yourself every day to try and be open to new things and to changes that you could make so you can better yourself, propel yourself further forward. So, got a couple more cards I want to get. Alright? We've got the Three of Wands, which is beautiful. This is really a time of manifesting and birthing beautiful new ideas. Maybe it's for some of you, but I'm feeling creativity. This is a creativity card, like you're doing it. They are, they're coming to you, so write them down. For sure, write down anything that comes to you that makes you feel good. Start to try and be aware in every moment so you can pick up on that, because we are programmed to immediately fear after that, right? So maybe when that happens, change perspective and think about how there could be a silver lining, or maybe don't put the focus on how you could fail if you tried this, but on how you could actually succeed. Allow yourself to dream. Seriously. Especially if you're not doing shit fuck else, but waiting for this period to be over. It's going to be over when you start doing things that are good for you, and recognizing what those things are, and recognizing just how much and how deeply we've all been programmed to hate ourselves. That's the goal. It's for us to not have any confidence, because if we don't, we won't succeed. It's truth right there. It is. It's so hard for me to believe that every single day. Over here. So, I hope you all are having a beautiful, beautiful day. Where I am at, it is actually amazingly sun shining outside. The flowers are blooming everywhere. We had so many purple flowers in my neighborhood this year. It made me cry. I went out for a walk a few months ago, and this kind of was more in the beginning stages for me personally. And no one was out. It was just my dog and I. And it was like the universe, God, in my spiritual team, my family, I call them. They like cleared a path for me and my dog. His name is Bodie, love of my life. I do think he's my twin flame. But there was no distraction, nothing other than just being so highly attuned with like everything in nature that morning. It was so beautiful. I mean, wow. All right, what else? Lovers. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. This is the Six of Swords, which is ultimately, I think, maybe where we're at right now as a collective, and it's letting go. It's figuring out what we need to let go of and how we need to go about releasing, because I feel like that is a different experience for everyone. I can tell you, for me personally, I am starting to recognize that I release through allowing myself to sit in whatever negative emotion is coming up within. Granted, I've had to, sorry, tangent right now, I had to separate myself from everybody in my life and get real and honest about whose energy has been negatively affecting me. But I first had to get rid of it all I mean, I'm talking not respond to any text message. I just ghosted the world. And I'm not on social media other than like a LinkedIn account, which I don't update very often. um, but yeah, so I had to first recognize what my own energy was and what negative parts I didn't really enjoy. And then I had to start changing those things. But the thing is that the more I asked God, my dad, for help, the less aware the rough parts of changing became, and the more I began to just focus on the positive changes that I was actually seeing. I was finally allowing myself to assess my life and what I was doing in a positive way. And I know because I've lived it, even though my memories are cloudy and distorted for various reasons, but I know innately that I've always been a super happy soul. Playful as hell. I feel like a lot of us, I can only speak for me, but I feel like you all might be able to connect with this. We feel like we are eternally 12 or 5 or, whatever that age is that really stands out in your mind is like, yeah, there was just purity. And there are different schools of thoughts. If you go about it in a Taoist point of view or what have you, my full-on belief is believe whatever the fuck you want to believe and hold tight to it and make sure that your values and your morals and your lifestyle, all of it, 3D, 5D, all of it is aligned. So make sure that you are acting within your own expectations for others. But have some good high expectations for yourself too. It's not punishing yourself to make positive changes that feel hard or impossible. It's loving yourself. People don't tell you sometimes self-love doesn't actually feel good at first. And it's only because you're making a change, and that's driven by fear. But the more we do it, the more these tiny changes will be driven and backed up by love, because you're filling your own cup. And that is, I think, what the Holy Spirit wanted me to get across today, is that if we change our perspective on this whole process and not deem it so hard and frustrating and scary and feed into those things, but if we switch our perspective one freaking day at a time. I'm a big fan of subliminals when I meditate and before I go to sleep. I talk to God and my angels, and I sleep with that music on all night because I need some distraction. But the meditation music has subliminal messages that are super uplifting, and over time your subconscious is what's absorbing those. You can't really hear them being spoken, but you'll notice changes, really positive energetic changes when you wake up in the morning. And if you seize those early morning opportunities to get into meditation, make sure you start your day with giving thanks and gratitude for the things in your life that are good for you and for yourself, for loving yourself enough to stop everything, accept his calling, and do the work. I think a lot of us feel like doing the work isn't that big of a deal. It's more a hassle. No, this is preparation. This is really preparation because we're standing on the front lines. We are, spiritually. Not one of us looks like what we've gone through. Seriously, like none of us do. I really believe that. I really, really know what I've gone through, and working hard at growing from a victimhood, mindset to an abundance mindset, to like the lessons learned, and I'm fucking grateful, Dad. Thank you. Like I made it to the other side, and I may not have liked it, but what I gained from it is astronomical. And this is what I'm talking about. And I'm just like, like, yeah. So I guess with all of this said, I just want to say thank you. I know this wasn't super enlightening maybe as far as the cards go, but I just wanted to show you, if you want to rewind back and like just see what these specific cards are, like really. And my question was, what will my path look like if I make this video today and upload it as my first video on my channel that I've had for like 10 fucking years? Yes, so this, I just can't take anything negative from this. You know what I'm saying? Because all the negatives in my life always turn out to be positive for me. It's not a joke. I just gotta get past my ego and myself enough every day, a little bit every day, just to realize that more and more. This is all for my own good, and I am grateful for it. So anyway, I think I'll be doing more of these, and I'll try to get some recipes on here, but I feel called to do this, and I really know that this is more important right now. This to give you all these real life testimonies of how God is speaking to me through tarot cards, through meditation, through signs and synchronicities. I am definitely tapped into angel numbers. I don't know what they all mean, when I pick up on them. And when I see an important number throughout the day, I almost always see it twice. And there's like this, like if you quiet your mind enough with that, couple minutes in the morning of meditation and just having a conversation with God instead of going through the what ifs, like you will. Maybe you don't physically feel vibrating higher. Then it's not really like that unless maybe a chakra is opening. My heart chakra opened so wide a few months ago. It was orgasmic. Whoa. But it's not always going to be like that every day. And, if you were like me, I have a super highly addictive personality. And I'm always looking for like that next big one. But it's about accepting each moment as you're living in it and recognizing that it's not good or bad. It's all for your good. And it's okay. And also, I have been sitting here and have eliminated everybody out of my life. So anybody wants to reach out and like chit chat about some of these challenges that we've all been facing, these insecurities that are coming up that are really hard to deal with, some of them, because we have for years not been able to even be honest with ourselves about them. Like I struggle with that, and I'm starting to grow and learn and understand through self-love and daily affirmation. Daily affirmation, huge. Like, I didn't bring my notebook out here, but I have a list and I just keep adding to it. And I try to make it a point to just stop once a day and read through them, say them more than once, and feel it. Feel the emotion, feel that positivity, that explosion of creativity, that explosion of unblocking things and releasing them and legitimately creating space to be who you're meant to be, not who everybody else basically manipulated you to be. And I'm very easily manipulated because I believe all humans are innately good. I always have. And I think I need changing that up to this real understanding that all souls, we came pure and are innately good and are part of source of God, and we are all connected. And I legitimately just want to in some way be a positive part of our integration with each other and our understanding that every time we do something good for ourselves, we are doing something good for each other. So it's not always about giving externally your time, your energy, and everything. Right now, give to you and fill your own cup and be proud of yourself. And you won't get to know your ego. You'll get to know, it'll sneak in. It's so sneaky. And it's not about maybe ego deaths. Yes, the lessening, the weakening of that hold on you, they occur all through your life. Believe me, I look back and I can clearly see when I had those moments, and they were hard. They were all very, very, very low points in my life. And, well, fortunately for me, I've had a lot of them. I had a stubborn individual. But anyway, sorry to talk in tangents. One of these things I've given up is my ADHD medicine, and learning how to understand that the more I deal with my trauma, the less easily I will be distracted from my real focus and my real goals and my real priorities. That's another thing. Make a list of your real priorities. Keep it close. Read it. That's something I have not done yet, but I was just reading some inspirational words and such, and that kind of came about, and I thought it was important, so just want to share it with you. Okay, a couple other things. Some of this I'm going to leave, and I'm just going to send or create a post for some of this, but a lot of studying going on, more procrastination, but I've started to find some things. And so yesterday I asked this is a angel message book, so I just opened it. What do you want me to know today or share? And so I'll end with this. But there was so many synchronicities that went along with what opened. It was nuts. It went along with something else I was reading, and it got me into a rabbit hole that I like to be in. A rabbit hole of learning and educating myself, and it doesn't have to be linear. You don't have to read book from start to cover to get some of the basics of what your spiritual team and God wants you to know right now. It doesn't have to just be the Bible. I've got Alan Watts. He is incredible. You can find his lectures everywhere that you can find podcasts. They're out there. Alan Watts and Ram Dass is another one. One might be for you and the other not. I love them both. I mean, Eckhart Tolle's out there, but these are the guys that I haven't heard a lot mentioned. And they have a lot of beautiful things to say and a lot of life experience and trial and error to back it up. So these gurus, not even gurus, these blessings to humankind, like all of these nuggets of wisdom, they had to go through a hell of a lot to be able to put it in concise words for us to read and to help us. And that's what we're doing too. For people that come behind us, we're front lines, baby. We're breaking it down. We're breaking down old paradigms. We're healing ourselves, doing all these things that there's illusions. People don't recognize that it's possible. Yeah. Anyway, so what it opened up to is titled Wisdom Lies in Simplicity. Okay. Let things run like the river in its own flow, never against the current. Wisdom is in the simple. Nothing is so complicated. Everything is so simple and practical that it becomes difficult to understand it. It is simple. Live day by day. What you live is lived by others in different ways and with different people. But reality, it is the same. Do not complicate yourself with anything. Everything is simple, elementary. Don't look for solutions in the difficult things. And it's signed Your Angels. So there's that, and then I've been perusing this beautiful Eastern philosophy book, which tickles everything that needs to be tickled right now. I just like knowledge though. But in the very beginning, like there are in so many of these books, a beautiful quote by a beautiful mind, right? So this one says, everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. And that's attributed to Albert Einstein, who I love. I love all of these cats, like seriously. One more, I'm sorry, and then I'll stop. Lao Tzu is somebody some of you out there need to get kind of tuned into. The Tao Te Ching, Taoism. I'm feeling there's a lot there for people who are holding on to strict religious doctrine, religious beliefs, limiting beliefs put on you by your super religious families. Ding, 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 ding. Used to be a huge trigger for me, but dig into some of this stuff and never forget that your core foundation is source. It all starts with source, and it's the most important thing. If you do anything else right now, or nothing else right now, the most important thing is to start talking, start believing in something higher than yourself. If you want this process to propel you forward, with less stalls and delays and suffering. Honestly, it's less suffering. The closer you are to to what you believe in that's intangible. So there is this beautiful book I found at Books A Million, bargain priced, for like less than $5. It's called A Psalm for Us. Her name is Raina Biddy. And she is a beautiful poet in her process, her ascension process, her spiritual awakening. And I don't know, I haven't read it all, so but I just like to kind of pick pages to see what's there. But this one is titled Holy Place, and an S in parentheses, Holy Places. I like that. It doesn't have to just be one place, but here we are. She says, I've been away for quite some time. I needed to get my mind right. Writing on an empty heart, backwoods and pipes, sage and prayer and trees. I convinced myself I'd do the natural thing. I helped myself go there. Just to hear myself speak. Something about the high. Something about the leaves. I can feel God here. I can see her light. I can find a reason convincing enough to believe everything will be all right. So, yeah, I am gonna leave it there. If you are interested in Taoism, I don't know, I purchased this a while ago. She authors quite a few books on this subject. I don't know who I'm speaking to right now, but somebody out there, this could be really helpful in you being able to make a connection within yourself to let you move beyond a limiting belief, I think, for sure. So anyway, until next time, thank you all very much for allowing me to share this moment with you and to share my love that I am like just really feeling right now. For whoever I'm speaking to, like this energy is wild. It's really lovely. Wow. I just feel so blessed in this moment. Anyway, I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful Friday. Be safe this weekend. And I will be back soon with more testimony, with more personal testimony. All right. Thanks, guys.